Good afternoon and good morning. Here we are at the start of the week already. We are Monday the 16th of August, and do you know what? We are 5 days away from the biggest party of the summer. Can you believe it? This Saturday, not Sunday, but this Saturday, WWE SummerSlam. Can you believe it? Do you know something? What, 28 years of watching wrestling? I think this has got to be the only main monthly pay-per-view that's actually on a Saturday and not a Sunday. Anyway, going big style this year because we've got the full crowd. Saying we, as if I'm anything to do with SummerSlam. But do you know what? I will be at home watching. And we're going to be watching, well, I can't say we're going to be watching together, but we do have someone that, well, actually, we've got a team that would be interested in it. We've got Johnny is back in the gallery with little Leo. He'd love to watch it, although to be fair, Jem will probably want to watch it more. And then the big guy, he's back again. He is back for another whopping 3 days of full-on Crafters TV. It is, of course, Ben, the Ben Moseby man.
You can't see me. John Cena there.
When you said that?
When you said about SummerSlam and you're going wee, I thought you were going to be fighting in the main event or something like that. That's what I was expecting, the way you were talking about it.
Roman Reigns wouldn't even come close to beating me, I'm telling you.
Oh dear. Well, it is lovely to be back. Let me just tell you, I'm loving your outfit today as well. We must talk about your shoes at some point during the show. But what we got coming up today?
We have got a craft along. Now, we've got Debbie Fisher. She's going to be back. Now, I'm going to say this as well. Debbie is someone you might actually want to look up to, Ben, because that's what you call a full-timer. But she's been here for, what, about 60, well, at least since Thursday. And that is absolute dedication. So once you move here in a couple of weeks, well, less than a couple of weeks' time, you might want to follow her suit and do a few more hours.
Wow.
Just an idea.
Wow.
But here we go. It is Debbie that's going to be on for the rest of the day with him. That's going to be the craft along. We'll go over that just shortly. 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. We're going to have our own main event, I'm telling you.
We will.
SummerSlam this weekend. Then we are going to have Monday Makers, because it is Monday, it means we need a Monday Makers. 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. And it is the first show of the week, certainly the first wake-up show of the week. So we want you to get interactive with us, don't we, Ben?
We certainly do. I am all over the Facebook and the YouTube today. So yeah, do get in touch. Anything you want to ask, anything you want to know, anything you want to share with us, let us know how your weekends have been. And I will throw this into the mix, and I won't apologise, but today is National Joke Day here in the UK. So if at any point during the day you fancy throwing some of your favourite jokes our way, please do that and we'll read them out, because you know I'll be probably telling a few jokes anyway as we head through the day. And also on the show, we have got lovely Debbie, who is here with us for the craft along. She's going to be popping in just a little while, chatting a bit about what's coming up at the craft along and doing a little demo for us as well.
She is indeed, absolutely. So while we get these jokes already firing into our ear, let's have a look to see what is going to be coming up first of all on Crafters TV after Wake Up Call. And this is our Edgeables. These ones are our Christmas Edgeables Word Edgeable Die Collection. 6 elements in total here. $64.95, $74.75 for you guys stateside. Platinum, that comes down to $51.96 or $59.80. If we go back to that today's price, you're actually saving over 15%. It also works out that you buy 5 and you're going to be getting 1 free. And then to draw your attention to this one here, Happy Holidays. This is a UK exclusive, or a UK CTV exclusive. So you'll only find that one on Crafters TV. So this is what Debbie's going to be focusing on when it comes to the craft along later on in the day, which is actually the next show after this one. 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. But it is, of course, being the craft along, means it's going to be one of my picks for Wake Up Call, and it's actually the first demo that we're going to be doing in a moment or two within that section there. Then what we're going to do is we're then going to have a look to see what's coming up on Monday Makers, and we're going to be having a look at the colour blend pencils. We have got the full collection here. So this is the colour blend pencil bundle. 120 pencils in total here. Now when it comes to today's price, you can see on the screen right now, £62 or $87. It is half price. You're saving 50% on that one there. Amazing. But do you know what's even more amazing? Is it comes down even more to platinum. £49.60 I know, Ben. Huge. Or $69.60 for that one there. Johnny's already saying in the ear that it is already buy-in. Now, you are already making the most of shopping ahead. You know, we always highlight it. Well, I like to highlight it on a Thursday with being cartload. But do you know something? You guys are obviously in a buy-in mood today, and you're popping these ones into your basket for sure. If you have loved the idea of colouring with your colour blend pencils, if you've been humming in hand, do you know what? Today is absolutely the day to seriously consider popping them into your basket, with that being the full collection. That, of course, is what we're going to be having a look at towards the end of Wake Up Call, but it is something that Debbie's going to be looking at come Monday Makers later on today on Crafters TV.
Yes.
One more to
come.
Well, I'm not finished yet.
All right.
Just you wait.
Pregnant pause.
That was a pause for an effect.
Ah, see.
Yeah. Instead of just jumping straight in, I just like to step back.
Yes.
Take a breath.
Yes.
And then we can go into what is also coming up in Monday Makers, and that is, of course, our shaped waterfall die collection. 96 elements. No, it's not. I'm telling fibs. It's 98. Thank you, Charlotte. Charlotte's back in the building. Whoop, 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 whoop. 98 elements in total, and you're going to be getting 10, well, it says 10 sheets of cardstock. You're actually getting your 10 sheets of white, hint at your white.
You're right over there.
Let me have...
Put your teeth in.
It's Monday. It's Monday. This is your Centura Pearl. This is your Pearl Snow White, hint of silver. It's A4 in size, and it's the printable, so it means you are able to print on it if you so wish to. It is A4 in size, but that's what you're also going to be getting within this bundle here. So this is the shaped waterfall stamp and die collection, 98 elements in total, with your 10 sheets of cardstock. Not only is Debbie going to be looking at these in Monday Makers, but guess what?
What?
In round about maybe 20-25 minutes or so, Debbie's going to be coming in the middle of Wake Up Call, and she's going to be doing a demo with these ones as well. So if you are thinking, oh, quite fancy those ones, these are quite cool, the sort of things that you can be doing, you might want to colour with your colour blend pencils. Today's price being £75 or $84.96. But then, as we all know by now, platinum, that comes all the way down to £60 or $67.97. But as I always like to say as well, whether you're shopping here in the UK, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com for you guys stateside, or .eu for you guys across Central Europe, that is the place that you need to go. Whether it's going to be Craft Along with Debbie and Ben at 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, or you're going to come back for Monday Makers, which is 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. There is lots and lots of fun to be had, crafting along, colouring, and some concepts as well. It's going to be a busy day for you, Ben.
Oh, so that wasn't the pause, sorry.
That was the pause. That was when you can then come in.
I'm only playing him. It is going to be a busy, busy day. A few questions already coming in, few comments as well. However, before we get on to that, because it is a Monday, we have a brand new Get It, Got It, Good. Yeah, this runs for the week or whilst stocks last, and if you're into your colouring, this is brilliant. Back in stock, it's the Spectrum Noir Illustrator 36-piece collection, your colour essentials here, £67.49 or £107.95 is the deal. You can pick these up, as I say, whilst they're here, but they're only just back in stock, and I have a feeling that that price this week, they may be flying out the door. And must just mention with that as well, you will get 50 bonus points when you pick those up too, so definitely worth having a look at if you are shopping with us this week. Few good morning. Charlotte's in from Tennessee. Kimberly says good morning from Eastbourne here in the UK. Polly's in Florida. Jack from Canada. Patty from Michigan. Thea from the Netherlands. Nee Connie says good morning from New Jersey. What a great start to my day when my fave dynamic duo, Craig and Ben, pair up. Good morning to you two and the CTV team and to Team Social. Good morning. Gilmore says hi, Craig and Ben and team. Craig, I will email again the Sting makeup impersonation my 10-year-old daughter did. We shall look for forward to that. And just to answer Michelle's question, who says, help, I'm trying to find materials list for today's craft along. We'll chat more about that later on, but it is definitely on my page, Michelle. So if you go to Ben Moseby CC on Facebook, you'll see that I shared it yesterday. So you'll be able to have a little look there and get all of the bits and pieces ready for that. Right. Let us get cracking over the other side of the studio with the Christmas large word edgeables, and let's go over to the man that I'm going to call today Buzz Lightyear.
What do you mean, what, Charlotte? No, Buzz Lightyear, he does that. He lifts the things up and then goes like...
He fires discs out of his wrist, doesn't he? Yeah. I only say he's Buzz Lightyear because earlier on, so he's got the top on, obviously, which is quite buzzy. He's then got a purple belt on, like Buzz Lightyear. He was, earlier on, he was wearing like a purple jacket, and he's got shoes on with the aliens from Toy Story, and they light up in the dark. So that's why you won't be able to get your leg down again now.
Nope. There you go. One's got Buzz and one's got Woody. The other ones have got all the aliens and all the lights just glow up as well in the dark. Pretty smart.
Oh dear. Right.
Okay, let's crack on with these ones here. Let's have a look at the Christmas large word edgeable die collection. This is what's coming up within the craft along, and you have got a gorgeous array of sentiments that you can be using. Of course, as an edgeable, or you might want to use them as individual sentiments. Something similar as to what we're going to be doing in a moment. Today's price being £64.95 or $74.75. Platinum price comes down to $51.96 or $59.80. So as I was saying right at the start of the show, it also kind of works out, you buy 5, you get 1 free, and the happy holidays you will only get via us on Crafters TV. So that is the only time that you'll get happy holidays. And as I like to say as well, it's nice for us here in the UK to get happy holidays. It's one that you guys stateside use a lot, and it's one that we've started to use a lot, but not always a sentiment that we get. So it's good that we've got that included as well. So let's go in and let's show you a few finished samples as to what you can be making. And then what we're going to do in a moment is we're going to do a little bit of a demo where we're going to show you a slightly different way. All of these are showing how you can make them as an edgeable, because that's exactly what they are. They are the Christmas large word edgeables. So what you've got here, Ben, is you have got the top part that die cuts out, and then that bottom part, it stays in place. So it actually creates one full sentiment. But if I show you the top part here, or maybe not see it right here, that actually die cuts from the back. So I'll see if maybe there's another way to show you that within the next demonstrations. But you might want to have them on the top fold. You might want to do them on a left fold or a right fold. But then what you can do is you can have a play with them as well. Now you can go grungy if you want to. You can see here.
That is fab.
Play with the concepts. You don't just have to do them as the card blanks. What about doing them on the edgeables at an angle as well? So you can completely change the look by using the colours. Now look at these ones here. What about using the ones that we've just released not that long ago, the wobblers?
Oh, yeah.
Start to incorporate them as well if you want to. You can have a play. If you've bought our scene edgeable or our scene embossing folders or our scene stamps of that lately, start to incorporate them as well. Lots of different ways that you can use them. This one here has been created, it's given you such as a board effect along the bottom here.
Yeah.
So once again, yes, they have got the large word edgeable within the title, but you don't just have to use them as the edgeables. Whether it's top folding, whether you're doing paper piecing that you can see here, maybe we're going into a stepper card as well. Lots of different ways that you can use them. Do you know what's good as well? Start to use them as maybe additional stencils or that, because you can then ink through them, spritz through them. Lots of different fun things you could be doing as well. So I know what you're asking, Ben. I can read your mind.
Go on.
And that is, well, how do you use them, Craig?
Craig?
Yes.
How do you use them?
I'm so glad you asked me that one, Ben, because I'm going to show you right now. What we're going to do
I knew you were going to do that as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
How did you know?
I just know. It feels like I've done this before.
Yeah.
Once or twice.
It's that preparation that you do before shows.
Oh, absolutely.
That's exactly what it is. I'm just going to switch our main power on.
Oh, yeah, so the preparation you do
That
before
would
the
help.
shows.
Yes, certainly when we're using an electronic die cutting machine, it helps when we have power.
Yeah, absolutely it does.
So what we can do is I've brought in some cardstock that I've got here. This is actually part of Sarah's Watercolour Christmas. 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. And I've done the same on this gorgeous blue. Now this blue was from... it's from our luxury cardstock.
Oh, yeah.
So our blue luxury card where you've got the mirror, you've got the glitter, and you've got the matte. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to go in with Warmest
Wishes.
Warm Winter Wishes.
Oh, yeah.
That's a mouthful, that one. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to create a separate sentiment. So we're not actually using it as an edgeable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this top one first. And I'm going to go into play here, and I'm going to bring it down as far along the bottom as I can. And that's because all of this detail on the outside, it die cuts. But see along here, Ben, there's no outside cutting edge, which means that's going to stay in place. So what I'm going to do beforehand, let's clean out all the bits that are still stuck inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come from, actually I'm going to go further up towards the top. I'm going to push it as far up as I can go there, along the top, and I'm roughly having it equal sides, equal depths at the left and the right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure that with my low-tack tape. And because there's a lot of detail, what I am going to do, Ben, is add my metal shim in, making sure we get that incredible crisp, clean cut impression.
Yep.
So let's bring in my plate. So I've gone in for my metal, plastic. I need my embossing, not my embossing, found out. And I was doing, that was so subtle, I was doing so well for a moment there. So yeah, just added that metal shim, same plate configuration, just adding that metal shim, and that's going to give us a perfect cut.
Lots of love coming in for your get-up today. Craig, lots of people loving the T-shirt. It's bright, isn't it? Very bright and breezy for a Monday morning. If you weren't awake beforehand, you are now. You probably got your sunglasses on. Sue says, Craig, I'm loving your bright colour T-shirt. Sarah Brown's in from Melbourne, Australia. And Nikki Connie says, Craig, those pastries behind you, so the pastries in the kitchen, are they real ones? They look yummy and I haven't had breakfast. I'll tell you what, it's one of the first things I noticed when we moved into this new studio at the start of the year. I was like, oh, they're doing us pastries. They're not, though.
They're not.
Who made those?
Emily made them. So
who did? Emily?
Emily. So Emily, that's on, it's part of our buying team. Is it buying or trade? What's Emily, Johnny? Buying team, yeah. It is, yeah. Yeah. She, for the CTV, she done them.
Wow.
She puts all her shows together. You'll have actually seen a couple of segments with her over the past few weeks and months, because she got married and she is such a lovely girl, but she's very shy. She didn't want to come on live.
Oh, that's fair enough.
So what we've done is she's done lots of her own handmade wedding stationery. Her family, her friends had done things. She created those pastries. And yeah, they're not edible, unfortunately, but they are pretty cute, that's for sure.
Yeah, they certainly are. They certainly are. Sarah just saying, hope you guys are well. I nearly missed the show. I'm doing some stamping of my Twas the Night Before Christmas bundle. Oh yes, craft along on Thursday.
Yeah, it's a humdinger.
It's a humdinger.
It's a humdinger.
And we've got a question coming about the illustrators, which we will... I'll throw Craig some questions in just a bit. I think we'll just concentrate on this demo for now. And lots of other questions coming in too, actually, in comments. So we'll do this in just a second. Where are you up to with your demo?
So what we've done is we've die cut that one out here, so you can see we've got Warm Winter Wishes. Now you've got all these little bits of the snowflakes that die cut out. Keep a hold of them, they're good for little shakers or paper piecing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same within this one here, and I'm going to pop it as close to the top as I can go, and once again making it as close to equal sides left and right as I can. I'm not overly concerned if I don't get it perfect at each side, because this is actually going to be a bit of a drop shadow, but it's actually going to be more of a focal point sentiment in the middle of our card. So instead of it being an edgeable sentiment, it's actually going to be a separate element with the sentiment here. You could do that with any of them, but of course we've chosen to go with this one here. We've got nice card, like the candy cane paper used. Yeah, but then one of those finished samples there. That was actually from the pop-up box paper pad from last year. So if you are looking at your stash from last year, that's where that one came from.
Terry Lee says, good morning, Sassy Crafters. Sassy Crafters.
Sassy Crafter.
From a rainy Arizona. Not sure how long I'll last, just 4 a.m. here, but was awake. So I thought I would pop in. And Jack the Craft Cratic on YouTube says, did you get all moved now, Ben, and into your new home? If not, I bet you can't wait to be settled into the new home. It's a week on Friday is the move, but we're living amongst boxes at the minute. A few of you joined my live on Thursday last week will have seen the state of my house, but yeah, still in boxes, moving next Friday, and then we'll hopefully be up next Friday evening. So hopefully the likes of Craig and Johnny and John, they'll be up helping me unpack, no doubt. You know,
I've already offered.
To be fair, he has actually.
Thank you.
To be fair, yeah, he has offered.
Can I just say, your live last week with little Daisy was so good.
Thanks. She loves it. She loves being involved. You'll definitely be tired of her, because by the time we move up here on holidays and stuff, she'll be wanting to come in with me.
Oh, too right.
And then once she gets in and she gets to know you guys and she comes out of her shell a little bit, she'll be wanting to join in and craft along. And
you can't use this as like a creche or that.
Yeah, I'll just send her and Georgia.
You Laura just can't bring her in on your days off and then, you know.
Can you imagine? Go. Yeah, Daisy, you stay with Uncle Craig. We'll pick you up at 9 o'clock. That's a great idea, actually.
Do you know that? I'd probably have fun as well, just crafting.
Daisy would love it. She'd love hanging around you, because you could obviously craft at a lot higher level than I can.
You're good.
Right, well, I've done a little bit. I want to do more. Sewing is the other thing she really wants to get into. And we were pretty hopeless, I've got to admit, our sewing adventures. So we're going to...
Bernie.
Well, we will. We'll be asking Bernie for We'll be coming to you. As I say, you'll be
Don't come to me for anything sewing.
No, but like card making.
Card making,
yeah.
Come to me.
And then sewing Bernie. And as I say, in a few weeks' time, you'll be like, oh, here they come again. Those Mosebys.
No, not at all. Not at all. Like I say, I'll come for anything. Just don't come to me for anything that is sewing related. It does, Johnny, doesn't it?
What's that?
Johnny's just saying that the font, it looks very much like Christmas Chronicles.
Oh, yes.
You know, it has absolutely nothing to do with Kurt Russell or Goldie Hawn and the Christmas Chronicles on Netflix. Thought we'd make that clear. Or Tim Burton, Johnny's saying.
Or Tim Burton?
I can never get into...
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's one of those films that I've never watched, but I've decided just from watching the trailer that I'm not going to like it for some reason. I don't know why. Do you ever do that with films?
Yes, absolutely. I've done that with films. I've tried it, and then I ended up switching it off because I can't get... It's more Halloween than Christmas.
What is? The Night Before... Oh, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
And I love Halloween. More specifically, Jamie Lee Curtis.
And you love Christmas.
And I love Christmas.
So you would have thought if that was a combination between Halloween and Christmas, you would love it.
But...
Oh, it's good to watch a Halloween, says Charlotte, because it gets you in the mood for Christmas. Ah.
Do you know the other Christmas film that I just cannot get into and everyone are like gobsmacked?
What?
What is with the Grinch?
Oh, I don't mind the Grinch.
I've just rest my case with the way you've just said that. Charlotte's just said that in my ear.
What did Charlotte say? Oh, Charlotte, I like the Grinch as well.
I don't...
Oh, you Grinch.
I've tried to have it a couple of times.
Johnny just said...
Into that one,
he said he looks like the Grinch in that top.
Walked into that one.
He does, actually.
I do, actually, yeah. Make up your mind. Am I Buzz Lightyear? Am I the Grinch?
You're Buzz Light Grinch.
Buzz Light Grinch?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, dear. Right.
Oh, carry on. Yeah, go on.
We'll carry on with this one now. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my snowflake. This one is from Watercolour Christmas. And this is going to be very subtle. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Some of you are going to look at this and go, well, what's the point of doing that, Craig? But do you know what? It's all about texture. It's all about the look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my guillotine here. I'm just going to check. Johnny, how long have I got left on this one? Plenty of time. When it comes to the sentiment or the word, because you've got a base that runs all the way around that doesn't die cut, what it kind of gives you is an embossed line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow that embossed line, and then I'm going to trim it down. So I'm trimming, following the embossed line. So let's get that, let's just see that here, here, and then here. So let's find this one ever so slight here. So here we go. So that's me then made it into a smaller sentiment, so I can put that on your cards or your projects. Then what I've done is I've taken some of this Snowfall Acetate, also from Watercolour Christmas, and I've cut it to 7 3/4 by 3 3/4. And what I need to do is this always has a plastic backing, so you need to peel that one off, and then that gives you a nice, look at this, just pretty much see-through.
Beautiful.
See-through, how perfect it is. So I'm going to go in with our statement butterfly, and this one again, we're going to go in and we're going to use our metal shim. So I'm going to go towards the top. Now I know this is quite hard because it's acetate, but I'm going towards right to the top of my acetate, and once again I'm going to make it so it's kind of equal sides. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this one into place. With it being acetate, you need to use your metal shim. Acetate won't cut without the metal shim, it'll just indent. So we can run that one through. And then we're going to create a subtle snowflake wrap. It's going to be quite subtle because it's see-through, but it's all about when the recipient gets a hold of it. It's about giving it extra dimension, extra look, and it's giving you an extra focal as well. So it is one that you might want to do, you might not want to do, that's up to yourself. But you've got that option to do it, and I'm showing you how you can do it. So taking that out, and then with this snowflake, what I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to cut along to the start of that die cut line. We're going to cut along to the start of this die cut line, and then what we will then have, let's see if we can maybe see it a bit better. You can see how the outline of the snowflake.
That's fantastic.
Then what I'm going to do, just before we start to assemble it, I'm going to score at 1/2 inch in from the left, and then 1/2 inch in from what will be the right. So 1/2 inch at each side, and then we can assemble this card.
Just to say, Michelle, where's the message gone? Michelle Marbell. There it is. Thank you for answering my question. However, this is about the craft along. Today's craft along material list is not there. It's definitely there, Michelle. And what I've done to make it easier for you, I've pinned it to the top of my page. So if you go to my Facebook page, Ben Moseby CC, it's there now, pinned right at the top. All the details that you need for today's craft along. Caitlin, who's doing our socials today, says Nightmare Before Christmas is my favourite Christmas film, Craig. Oops.
I think we've got two on the team today. I think we've got Kiwi as well as Caitlin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've got two.
It's Kiwi then, not Caitlin.
We've got two. We're being spoiled today.
Wow, look at this. Kiwi's favourite film. And who else was saying? Terry Lee was saying The Grinch is part of my Christmas every year. Dogs have Grinch toys, I have slippers, and we have the Grinch and Mount Crumpet in our Christmas village.
Wow.
Yeah. I did not know it was called... Is that what it's called, where the Grinch lives? Mount Crumpet?
Oh. I do know the misconception is that it's not Christmas that the Grinch doesn't like. It's the people that he doesn't like. A lot of people think that the Grinch doesn't like Christmas.
Oh.
But it's not Christmas that he doesn't like. It's people.
Oh, right.
It's a bit like you sometimes, Ben.
Well, very select people.
Very select.
Few people I
like. Not
like.
me, of course.
No, I do like you.
You do like me.
I do like you. Yeah, I do. I like everybody here within the building. Just people outside.
Outside.
Yeah.
In the real world.
Linda says, so happy you are not Nightmare Before Christmas fans, just like Ben. I've never watched Grinch, the original cartoon I can watch. The newer ones, horrible. And Michelle says, thank you, Ben. You are awesome for helping me. You rock. Rock on.
You do rock.
Thank
You're
you.
a good egg, aren't you?
You know.
You're a good egg.
You know. You're not too bad yourself, mister.
Well, thanks.
Can I ask you what?
No, I was just about to say we should be like a dream team or something.
What, me and you?
You could be my Woody to my Buzz.
I could what? What did you just say?
I just heard what Johnny just said.
I want to know what you just said before that, though.
Just before what you said that, yes. I heard that one, Johnny.
18 Mondays to go
18
till
Mondays.
Christmas. Johnny, he'll be getting his Christmas jumper on soon by the sounds of it. Every Monday we come in now, he gives us the countdown, doesn't he, eh?
Yeah.
What does that equate to? I'm sure, wasn't it last week we were doing the sleeps? I think it's like 129 sleeps now? Something like that?
It's
Johnny.
funny because, both Saturday and yesterday,
131.
131. Saturday and yesterday, both. It was a working day for me at home. I was doing lots of prep and that. Majority of my prep was all on Christmas stuff.
Oh, really?
Including finishing off the craft along for this Thursday, which is twas the night before Christmas.
Yeah.
And I dug out my Christmas Yankee candles. I put on Christmas films.
Of course.
And I also put on, some of the Christmas episodes of some comedies.
Oh, yeah?
Such as like The Vicar of Dibley and The Royal Family and that sort of stuff. No, it's not. No,
Charlotte's just saying it's too early.
Charlotte, as a crafter, when it's like roasting hot outside in
You're
the
getting
summertime,
told here, Charlotte.
you need to do whatever you can. It's not that you're sick of it by Christmas time, but think about, it's roasting hot outside, the weather's glorious, and you're having to make Christmas cards, and it's in the middle of June, July, August. It's really hard to get into that festive mood, so you have to do what you can to get in that festive mood, even although it's mid-August. So that is Yankee candles, that's Christmas music, that's Christmas films. We'll have to do these sorts of things. So although that you might think it is a bit too early, that's our life as crafters. That's what we'll have to do. That's it.
I mean, Charlotte, wish you'd never said now.
You've been burned.
Oh, you've been told. You didn't get the waggy finger though, did you?
I wouldn't wag my finger at Charlotte.
Just to back that up though, Brenda says, good afternoon. Yes, it is the middle of August and I have just made vegetable soup for lunch. I'm also wearing a cardigan. I'm now going to stamp some Christmas bookmarks. So that backs it up even further there. Yeah, Christmas bookmarks.
Christmas bookmarks.
So yeah, Pam just saying, hi everyone, just back from teaching. I'm going to use these dies with the neighbours later. So must watch the demo whilst packing up stuff to take down into the garden. And what a lovely demo this is as well. By the way, just after we finish this demo in a few moments time, a few of you will know that yesterday, because of the way the day panned out, we didn't get a chance to do demo of the day and then demo of the week. So we will be getting you shortly to vote for yesterday's demo of the day. Then once we've got that, we'll get you to vote for yesterday's demo of the week. And then at the end of the show, we'll be getting you to vote for the first demo of the show for today. If that's not confusing enough. So 3 votes to come in the next... What time do we finish? Half 55 minutes. God, I lost track of time there for a second.
Was there a few gremlins in the system yesterday?
No, it's because it was US warehouse clearance.
Ah.
So...
Talking of that was another one I had on yesterday.
What?
Was the first Gremlins.
Oh, now. We've chatted about this before, though, haven't we?
Yeah.
I didn't watch Gremlins, and I'd never seen Gremlins before until last year.
Oh, last year was the first year.
It was the first year I ever watched it, and everyone was like, "Oh, Gremlins, it's such a great movie. Love Gremlins, it's great Christmas movie." I sat down, I thought it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Yeah.
But I think what it is it was good back in the day.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I still think it's a cracking film. It really, really is. But 80s, Charlotte, yeah.
It's pretty. I sat down with my kids and I was a bit horrified by the level of... Don't you give me that face! I was a bit horrified by the level of like gore and stuff in it for a PG.
What?
Yeah.
What gore in Gremlins?
It's like when he gets done in the blender and stuff.
That's funny.
Oh, in the microwave, I just didn't...
And it's not... Is it technically gore when it's gremlin gore?
It's still gore, isn't it? Still gore. Anyway.
Okay, Johnny. There we go, look. There. So we've got... This has come from him that doesn't like Halloween either. Weirdo. We've got warm winter wishes either. I'm not going to see the new one with him when it comes out in a few weeks' time. 2 Debbies are wanting to go with me. That's date night. Warm winter wishes on this one here. So what we've done is we use that edgeable sentiment. It's a slightly different one that you can see here. Made it as a separate sentiment on the front of the card, but we created that little bit of an acetate dome. So this is what I mean, and actually just says, well, it will go into an envelope by folding flat, so don't worry about it. But it is see-through. It is one of those that some of you might think, well, would I really put that acetate? Personal preference. Nice little touch. I like the way that it looks, but it's entirely up to yourself. But that is part of the Christmas Large Word Edgeable Die collection, where it actually works out that you buy 5, you're going to be getting 1 free. And the Happy Holidays is what you're only going to get via us at Crafters TV. Today's price being $64.95, $74.75, or platinum price comes down to $51.96, or of course for you guys stateside, $59.80. CraftersCompanion.co.uk here in the UK.com for you guys stateside, or for you guys across Central Europe.eu. That is a place that you need to go. Hey, Ben.
Yes, absolutely right. Lots of lovely comments still coming in. Aisha saying, yes, there were some gremlins yesterday. Joe had problems with his sound, but we were talking about the Christmas gremlins, of course. And Aisha says, I hated it too, Ben. Who cares if you get water on a creature? Lynn says, I like the movie Gremlins. Gizmo is so adorable. Thank you as well for all the lovely messages coming in. Alicia just saying, good morning, gentlemen, an awesome team. Thank you for being our sunshine. Thank you for watching and loving the shows. And listen, we've got some business to take care of from yesterday, as we said, because of what went down yesterday. We didn't get the vote on the demo of the day, or indeed on the demo of the week. So let's give you 3 or 4 minutes to vote right now on the demo of the day. So Debbie Fisher's card from launch day. All right, so we'll do that as number 1. I'm probably doing these the wrong way around, but never mind. So that is number 1. All right, if you want to vote for that as demo of the day from yesterday. Or Bernie made this beautiful little bag. Look at that. That will have as number 2. All right, so if you want to vote for that one, number 2. So 1 for Debbie's card, 2 for Bernie's bag for yesterday's demo of the day. And then, of course, we'll do the demo of the week in just a few moments' time. So let's give you 3 or 4 minutes to get voting on that. Talking about Debbie, we'll be catching up with her in just a few moments' time because she's popped into Wake Up Call to chat about the Craft Long and Monday Makers. And whilst she's getting set up and ready over there, let's give you time to check out your baskets if you've been shopping for some goodies. We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
There you go, lots to look forward to, lots of you checking out your baskets as well, using Wake Up Call for what it's for really, a bit of a sneak peek ahead to the rest of the day and your chance to get in and grab those deals before everybody else wakes up. Just to clarify as well, talking about Gremlins, I was saying I don't like the movie Gremlins, but obviously if you've named your dog after one of the Gremlins, like Cyrissa says, Ben, my dog's name is Gizmo. Gizmo's very cute, it's a very cute name. I wasn't a big fan of the film.
Awkward.
No, not really. Not really.
Awkward.
Not really. God,
that sounded like a wee gremlin in the corner there, didn't it? Gizmo.
Giggles the gremlins here. Just to quickly do the demo of the day from yesterday, you have voted, and you voted for... I just called Debbie a gremlin, yeah, I'm aware of that. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm offending everybody today. Number 2, you voted for. So, Bernie, your bag is yesterday's demo of the show, the day. So now let's do yesterday's demo of the week. So we'll quickly go through these. I'll just do them in order I picked them up. So number 1, Bernie's bag, number 1. Number 2, this was you, Fish, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Number 2, Debbie's card from...
Craft Along.
Wednesday?
No, Wednesday, no. Thursday.
Thursday.
Happy days.
So that's 2. Number 3 is Debbie's box from Saturday.
Yesterday.
Yes, Sunday. I'm doing well here. That's 3. Number 4.
We don't just throw these shows together.
Of course we don't. Number 4. This was Craig's from last Monday. It was from last Monday. So that's 4. Number 5. This is Leanne's card from launch day on Friday. That's number 5. Number 6. Now this is definitely the card that Debbie made. Craft Along on Wednesday. I know that because it says it on the back. And number 7 is Debbie Robinson's card with the little wobbly robin.
Let's hope we've got plenty of 7s coming up soon.
Oh yes, with the this was that number 7? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? There we go, number 7. Yes, Johnny, there are 7 days in the week. Good stuff. Glad that all worked out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel a bit discombobulated because we're doing votes on this show for the week and I'm all over the place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. Let's give you, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes to get your votes in on the demo of the week. Craig, over to you.
Oh, thanks. Great. Oh, gosh. Right, yo, let's have a look. Let's have a wee look. All right. We have got Stephanie saying, I think I'm finally getting some deliveries this week from CC via, I can say it, DHL. Actually, I'm waiting on what I'll tell you about that. I'm waiting on one coming from Yodel as well. It's going to be exciting. Do you know what? You don't want to know about that. Do you know what you want to see? You want to see what Debbie's up to.
Of course you want to see what I'm up to, Craig. How exciting being in the studio with 2 lovely men in my life this morning.
No, we're the lucky ones.
Oh, shut up, Craig. He's my pussycat, isn't he? Right, this morning we're looking at the Waterfall dies. I love anything that's kinetic, things that you can move. These are great fun and really easy to do. So just by pulling the tab, you're going to create that movable element with hidden messages if you want them to be in there, which are great. So the balloon one's really fun. I love these dies because you can do them in whatever colourway that you want them in. What about, do you know someone that loves a cup of tea?
Yes.
Yes, see, we have 2 men in the studio that love their cup of tea. I unfortunately don't drink tea.
You don't drink anything hot, do you?
I don't drink anything hot, Craig. No, nothing hot at all. So, no, I'm just a bit of a water girl. So, unless alcohol's involved, obviously. But just drop that one in. So, yeah, this one's a great one to have. Got some really good sentiments in there. But if you like cupcakes, we've got those as well. I mean, this one is gorgeous. So, using your other dies you've got in your stash and then creating the inside with those gorgeous pull tabs, which will just flick up. I mean, how amazing are they? And then the last one on this collection, which is the butterflies. They've got some really gorgeous elements in there, some really fun stamps. Do them in whatever colour you want, so have them where they're just bright and bold. And if you're not a stamper, you can just cut them with your cardstock. So we're going to get started, show our first demo. It's exciting being on Wake Up Call doing a demo.
No,
I'm quite liking this.
Here.
It's quite new. I'm just hoping Ben gets a bit better as the day goes along, so it doesn't take a lot for him.
Oh, now he's been burned. Oh.
Yeah, you hope I get a bit better as the day goes along. That's what you just said.
She did.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
This is where I normally warm up, Debbie, you know. And sort of
it's your warm-up show.
Yeah.
No one told me that, Ben.
Yeah,
So I'll let you off then.
Thank
so
you.
I don't mind being called a gremlin. So. Right, if we have a look down here, we've got the hip hip array that I'm going to be using. I love this one because it's that balloons. Balloons can be used in anything that you want them to, any celebration. They're going to be fun, whether it's the birth of a baby, whether it's celebrating a birthday, an anniversary. Balloons are the ones for you. So you can see you're getting a really large lot of dies for your money here. Now, you're getting a die like this one on every single one.
Yeah.
The difference is you're getting this bottom piece that's shaped. So it's no good just thinking you can get one and then do different designs on them. This one has the actual balloon. So we're going to cut this out, and I've only got my Gemini Junior to hand, but because I know it's Craig's favourite. But what I am going to do is cut this one down to size, and if you do only have the Gemini Junior, you can put it through and just do it twice. So let's pop that in. We will bring in our plates. So we're going to pop this, so it will fit through the Junior, but can you see there's a little bit, let me just bring it up. Just a little bit up here, you can see doesn't work, but this is how you get around that. So if you've only got an A5 machine, you're going to run that side through. So all it means, and it takes 8 seconds, so all it means is that you have to put it through twice, so it will work. So as we pass that one through, all we're then going to do is move that up. So I don't want my die to move, so I'm going to hold my die and then I'm just going to move that up. And then we'll pop that on again. And all that's going to do, make sure that's held down securely. You could tape it down and then we're going to run the opposite side through. So by doing that, you're actually doing the 2 cuts, but it's just taking twice as long to put through. But it's doable, and that's the main thing. So just bringing that one out, that's going to cut what we call the main worker die. So bring this one out, and that gives us our die cut. Now this die cut's really simple. You can see we've got our balloon one on the edge. All we're going to do is we're going to pop this to the back. So I think we can just see them. Can we see the score lines in there? Yes, we can see the score lines. Bring that down. I'm going to fold that down, and we're going to keep folding all the score lines. So that's 1, 2,
Craig's
3,
enjoying your demo. I've never seen him smiling so much in this
4,
demo, Debbie. Look at this. What's the matter with you, Craig?
5.
None.
You've been naughty, Craig. So, and I'm just going to burnish them, because what you want to do is make sure you burnish them all in. So I'm just going to go back the other way, but that's how simple this die is to use. So pop those into place. And then you've got the little tabs at the side. The little tabs you just fold inwards, and they're what are going to stick behind. But that's as easy as your as your mechanism is. So we're going to pop that to the side.
Everyone's got the giggles today. I don't know what everyone's laughing at. Normally it's me who laughs at stuff. I don't know what's going on.
You're being a good boy this morning, Ben.
Hey.
Right, so I'm going to bring in 2 pieces at a time and add this balloon one. Now this one, I'm going to bring in the others. You've got 2 other shapes of balloons, but it's your largest one that's going to fit directly into the bottom here. So I'm going to pop those through, and we're going to run those through our Gemini.
I think you touched on this already, but Jack says, does each one of those waterfall dies come with the main mechanism?
Yes, because they're shaped, each bottom, and I will show you another one so you'll see exactly what I mean. So let me just open another one.
You know what these ones would be good for as well is the concept to play with Daisy, because you know how you've got that fun aspect to it, it's very movable. And, you know, you could have our kids' pictures or something, each ones or that, or invites or something like that. Because as Debbie showed, if they go through the Junior, they'll go through the MIDI.
Oh, fine, which is what we've got. Yeah. So it'd be just as easy using them in the MIDI, right?
Yeah, the MIDI would be even simpler, wouldn't it? Because it would be quicker just to run through one way and run through the other way. So if I use this one and bring this one down, you'll see that that fits directly into this shape of the balloon. On the butterfly one, the large butterfly shape when cut out will fit directly into that shape. So yes, you get one of those shaped to whatever design you want. So you can either cherry pick and get the ones that you like the most, or just go for that entire collection, which is an unbelievable price today.
Absolutely.
In fact, I don't think I've seen it so low. Have you two seen that low price before?
The extra 25% saving, and then 20% off for platinum, £60 or $67.97. Karen just saying, oh, I bet I know why Craig is laughing. I don't. And Lynn says, I think I do too. I don't get it. And lots of people are saying it's good to have you on, Debbie. Sarah says, g'day, Debbie. You did an awesome job on the Australian accent. Ben and Craig, you now need to give it a go.
Of course, yeah. G'day, Sarah. So Sarah comes from Australia and she wanted me, she liked my voice, so she wanted me to do an Australian accent to say hello to us.
I think that's the same Sarah that wanted you to do a demo with the wax melts.
Oh, Craig, you are naughty today. He's naughty today, isn't he? Very naughty.
You'll do an accent, but you'll not do a demo.
Sorry, Craig, I don't actually know what a wax melt is.
Whoa!
It's completely disappeared from my memory.
It's called practice.
It's very cheeky today.
I know, what's he like? Seriously,
This is what I'm like when I'm with. This is what you call true friends, when it's the comfort zone.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Hashtag Vance.
Absolutely, yes. We are good friends for many years. So, right, so now I've skipped ahead because I know that we want to put the demo together, but you've got all these different sentiments in here. So have an amazing day, hello, hooray. So what I've actually done on here is I've already stamped some, and I've just used a white pen to highlight some of the balloons. So we've got our Let's Celebrate.
I've started doing that more and more as well, Debbie.
With a white pen.
Yeah,
it makes such a difference, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely. We need to have a word with Leanne and see if we can get our Crafter's Companion white gel pen. And then we've got our hip, hip, hooray, and have an amazing day. So we've just stamped them out on all our balloons. Now you need 5 of your balloons because that's how many spaces you've got there. So let's put our mechanism into order. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to do it from the base up, so that have amazing day is going to be the one that goes on the bottom. So I'm going to use my tape pen for this one. Now the first one, you can put this solidly onto it, so you can glue the whole piece. But when you come to doing the others, I'm going to show you as well. I'm going to bring in Gloria, which is my little glue booth. And each time you put one in, make sure you fold over so that doesn't go on that top edge. And then we're going to bring our other ones in. But this time I'm going to bring in my little glue pot because the balloon, as you can see, is sculptured around and we don't want to get glue anywhere else on here. So I'm just going to hover that on the top. Now, the great thing about the balloons one is you can have them at different angles. So I can move that to that side. So we don't have to have them all go in a straight row. So I know that I only want to glue that top of my balloon. So you don't want to put the glue anywhere else. And then we can just hold that over. I'm going to slightly move that to the other side, hold that down, and then I'm going to again fold the top, because what I want to do is make sure that that doesn't go anywhere else other than, because we don't want them glued together. Can you see if I fold that over, there's no other glue there. If you glue them together, they won't then all pull out.
Is it always 5 on each one as well?
There's always 5, yes, always 5 on each one. So again, I'm going to pop that one in.
I like the way on this one, you got, as you pull each one down, you got a little different sentiment on each, which I think is quite cute.
I've stamped a different sentiment on each one.
Little message.
Yeah, which looks really cool. And that, I mean, you could have these as hidden messages. Yeah. You could send a card if you were proposing, Ben.
Do you know what? You took the words right out of my mouth.
That one, was you?
I was just about to say that. You could do a little message, couldn't you?
Yeah,
and the last
absolutely.
Well, you probably wouldn't be, I don't know, would you use balloons? You might use something different, but the last one, like, will you marry me? Aww.
Or what about a gender reveal or something?
Yeah.
Ah, brilliant. Yes, love that one, Craig.
Great
that would
ideas.
Be a good one, yeah. Yeah, she could make a little card to everybody and then tell them to pull it at the same time.
You could do it in like creams and yellows, so it could be either or, and then that last one would be,
yes,
you know,
love
it's
that.
And then the last one could be boy or girl, and a little bit pink or blue.
What a great idea.
Yeah, it's
Look at
so
these
many things.
Great ideas flooding around the studio already.
I think I might actually go in for the craft factor.
Well, why not?
Am I good enough for that?
Oh, I think you might even pass, Craig.
You might be all right.
I think you might be all right.
Just about passable.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so I'm going to bring in, I've just used some patterned cardstock here and also cut out the banners because you're getting that. I've cut out as many elements as I could, so even your streamers, I love these. I mean, look at these streamers. They're so much fun. You're getting them, you're getting champagne glasses, bottles, your happy birthday and your extra balloons and present stamps. So you've got all of those to decorate your card with. And all I've done is I've created a card. I'm going to give you the measurements, which is 7 by 6 inches. And then at 3.5 inches, I've just took that away. So it just gives me a sort of free opening card. And then we're going to use our papers just to go on the inside and the outside before we start layering these down.
It's nice to see this again. I know we'll show this a lot more later on in Monday Makers, but again, from my point of view, you look at a finished card with these waterfall dies, and as a beginner you might think it's really tricky and it's something that you wouldn't tackle, but again, when you see it step by step, it's so achievable.
Absolutely.
And these are real like statement cards, aren't they?
100%.
And the ones that people will come back to time and time again. They'll stay up on the mantelpiece there. So and like Debbie was saying earlier on, the fact that you get all of the different elements, you've got the different designs and all of the mechanisms to go with them as well. £60 platinum today, I think, is a great deal.
It's an amazing deal, yeah. And you're right, Ben, absolutely super easy to do. So all you have to do, and this is how easy they are, so you've got all your working elements. If I hold those 2 flaps at the side and I move that element, you can see all of them will just flow really easily. But these 2, you could either stick them down, just those flaps onto the side, or you can wrap them round, which is what I'm going to do. If you pop your flaps round there, and I'm going to give you the measurements for that. I think it works out to just over 2.25. I did measure it in centimetres, but I can't remember now what it is, so apologies for that. But if you pop them round, and all we're going to do is glue these backs on, so just see where you want them on your actual card design, turn it over, and then we're going to put our glue, and I just need to use my tape pen to go down, and I'm going to also put some onto that side. Just rub that down, and then again onto the other side, just to make sure. And they stay really secure because we're then going to stick the whole of this back down, and that will then secure your element, which will just free flow those waterfalls. I remember years ago, I don't know about you, Craig, do you remember making these years ago?
Yeah.
And you used to have to do all the measuring and they used to be quite difficult to do, and cutting all your tabs, and you give up in the end because it's just too much of a faff to sort of do them.
Absolutely. And then even then, before our scoreboard come along, it wasn't even as detailed as like 1/8 of an inch or anything like that. Even before us at Crafters Companion, I know there was scoreboards out there, but it was, very selective lines. So as Debbie says, you really have to measure and then do your pencil lines and then score and that, whereas it's done for you now.
Yeah, absolutely, which is just brilliant. And I have to be honest, when they first come out, I thought, oh, these are going to be a faff. And then as soon as I got the dies, I was like, oh my God, they're so easy. How have they made them so easy? But they really are. So you can see all of those right to the last one goes down. And then all we're going to do is we're going to add all these embellishments. I've got the happy birthday here, wrote out, or die cut out. So I'm just going to pop my happy to start with. So let's just pop that on there.
Do you know what, from my point of view, just listening to you guys chat, because obviously I think I've worked in craft now for about 6 years, and you just always assume that everything's always been there. But then when you see kind of new concepts like this come along, it gets me really excited as to where potentially craft can go in the next few years.
I think it's key, like what Debbie just said there, is, at first, and I thought the same, initially thinking, oh, this is going to be a faff. And I think because all of us here are actually crafters, Jan and another Debbie and Fiona, we think like you. So yeah, we sometimes initially think, oh really? But then once we get playing and we get using them and we realise, oh my gosh, how simple they are. You can make simple cards or projects, but then if you are more experienced, start to bring in all your other craftiness that you've got at home. So we do think like you at home, and then obviously we're proved wrong when we start using them.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It is amazing. Just to say as well, I'm aware that quite a few questions are coming in. So what we'll do, once we've wrapped up this demo with Debbie, we'll have a little Q&A session with Craig. We'll also announce the winner of the demo of the week from last week. And then we've got some more to come with Craig as well. Half an hour to go. I don't know where the last hour's gone. It's flown by. I've really enjoyed having the two of you together. I love this dynamic. It's great.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Yeah.
Just mixes it up a little bit, doesn't it?
Exactly right.
And then we've just got a little star that I've cut out, which we're going to pop onto our first balloon.
And you must love being in as well. You know, what is it, day number 53 in a row for you? Coming in early, Debbie.
Do you know what's lovely about day number 53 though, Ben?
You're going home.
To go home
Yay!
today. Not that I'm not going to miss all you guys, but I do have 16 days off. Yes, so I can't wait. I would have been in America as well. So, but no, I'm just going to go do the Lake District. I'm going to go to York. So we're just going to do Airbnbs and yeah. But here you go. That's your first demo. We're going to be showing lots more in the 7 p.m. show tonight. But you can see how easy they are to do, how quick they are to put together, and how much fun they are for the recipient.
Absolutely brilliant. That's coming up in Monday Makers. And Debbie, of course, you and I are back together at 3 o'clock. And the craft along is the Christmas large word edgeables, isn't it?
Oh, I love them. I love them. They're now officially my favourite word dies. They're so easy to use and so beautiful. So yeah, join us at 3 p.m. for a craft along.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Debbie. Lovely stuff. And yes, Debbie will be back with us a little bit later on. Lots of lovely comments coming through, by the way. Yeah, loving the cards. Rosalind saying, love the Argyle print. Eleanor says, love that paper. Nora just saying, I learned so much by watching you all. And Jeffrey just saying, we need a craft war on Wake Up Call. Let's just answer some of these questions then. There's a few to go back on, so I'll sort of speed through these. Leslie says, I'd like to know where you guys get the lovely ribbons from that you use in the shows.
Well, I know it is a combination. We do have a lovely selection of ribbons on our website, but I know ribbons as well. Ribbons and gems can be usually the sort of thing where we would say, we've got it in our own stash. So I would say it's a mix. I can't speak for everyone. Actually, we could ask Debbie just in a second. When I use the ribbons, it's a mix between ours that's on the show and then odd bits of ribbons that I've got left just lying about the house. I don't know about you, Debbie.
I have to be honest, hands up now, I am a ribbon hoarder.
Oh, yeah.
I have like I have big drawers of ribbons, big boxes of ribbons. I can't resist. I buy them wherever I go. Wherever I see new ribbons, I buy them. Yeah, I've got millions.
There we go then. So I would say usually we would say, you know, this is our whatever ribbon, but if we don't, it's usually just something from our own stash.
A couple of questions as well. Jack and Nikoni says, we want to know if those tri-blend markers were different from the other markers and if the colours are all different. Tri-blend markers.
Other markers.
We've got the illustrators on today, which are back in stock. Those are the Got It Good deals, same colours previously. There was a question, if I can find it, relating to those pens specifically. Yeah, so I think maybe this is the question then, if I can find it. It was basically, what is the difference between the illustrators and the classiques? Right here. So, kind of going back to what you said there, so the colours that are in the classics, the tri-blends and the illustrators are the same. It's about how you're wanting to use them. So if you're a beginner, I would certainly say, my opinion, tri-blends, because you've got, you know, the three shades in the one pen. With your illustrators, I like to explain it because you've got that really soft nib brush. It's really good. Always think about movement. So movement in the hair, you know, in the fur, in the foliage, the leaves, anything you want that movement where you're doing the flicking technique. And there is a different way in which you would apply the illustrator. We've done loads across, you know, that you'll see on our YouTube as well, funny enough with Debbie or Sarah or Leanne. It's about that applying them. So illustrators is all about the movement, I would say. The classiques is about getting that incredible blend. You'll still get the blend with the illustrators. It's just about what look you're going for. So anything movement, tend to go with the illustrators. Classique is, again, it's the same colours in the illustrators, but it's just about getting that blend, getting that intensity of blend and layering the colours up. Kelly says, does heat-resistant acetate have a film on it?
No, it doesn't. No, most Most of our acetate, normal acetate, doesn't, but if it's anything such as a foiled acetate, snowfall acetate, something like that, or our own heavyweight acetate, that does, but things like printable or heatproof, no, it doesn't.
And there was a question about our birthday as well, which has come in from Darlisa saying, when is Crafters Companion's birthday?
Not long.
Well, you have to stay tuned. There's lots going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is none of us are allowed any time off throughout October.
So maybe...
Who knows? Who knows?
And also, just to say as well, so there's that birthday coming up of Crafters Companion, but then we've got the birthday of Crafters TV coming up very soon as well.
2 years.
2 years?
2 years. That's scary.
I know, isn't it?
Gee, when you think how we started off.
Yeah, well, I hear the stories about how it all started off.
Yeah, but you caught the tail end of it. You know, you've done some, you know, or you've seen obviously what we call this the shed just next door. But you know, from what the guys have done, you know, it's just it's phenomenal. Within 2 years, phenomenal. Hence why we are up for best shopping TV in the Craft Awards.
Yeah, 11 of those, don't forget. You can find out more details on our website. Thank you for all of the comments coming in. Patricia just saying, Debbie will miss you. And Mary Pat saying, 16 days without Debbie Giggles, what will we do? We'll have to watch some replays for sure. Thank you for all the votes coming in, by the way, on the demo of the week. In case you're wondering why we're doing the demo of the week, we didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, but we do have a winner, and it is... Oh, I better find it again now. Back on here somewhere. Keep going, Craig. Keep going. Just double checking. And just double checking. Number 2, which was Debbie's card. The fish has won again. That's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. That's 10. So thank you for your votes. Well done to Debbie, who is our crafter of the week. And that one is congratulations to Debbie. We'll do the vote for the demo of the show in just a few moments' time. And to tell you what, Craig, this is from Gilmore, who said, I think she said to you a while ago that her daughter had dressed up as Sting from the wrestling.
Yeah, and then she's sent it a few times, but for some reason it's crossed over. I've never actually been able to see this picture. This picture is so cool. Dressed up as Sting. Look at that one, Cara there. How cool is that? Sting being, for anyone that doesn't know, a long time wrestler. More in the WCW days. Done a little bit of a stint in the WWE where he's Hall of Famer. Now he's in AEW. So that is so cool. Eventually, I managed to see that picture of Cara. That is so cool of the Sting.
Absolutely love that. Of course, if you ever want to send any pictures, whatever it might be, if you want to send in pictures of your makes as well, you can always send them to us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Keep those comments coming in. We've got 20 minutes to go. Or what we got coming up?
Rightio. So as we just picked up on a moment ago, we've got Craft Along coming up next. Just to say as well, a few comments asking about what I'm going to be doing on this Thursday's Craft Along. We will let you know after today's. It's not fair to kind of show you what we're going to be doing when you've still got Debbie's to go. So after today, we'll be letting you know. As you already know, it is all about Sarah's Twas the Night Before Christmas. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a good one. I am beyond chuffed with how the finished result is going to look. What we will do as well is before Thursday, certainly for you guys stateside, we'll give you a little bit more back knowledge of a Christmas cracker. You guys know as a cracker is a firecracker. That's exactly not what it's here at Christmas time. So we'll tell you that because there might be a Christmas cracker themed element within Thursday's Craft Along. So that's Thursdays. But yeah, so coming up later on is going to be Craft Along, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, and then Monday Makers. Hence it's Monday, so we need a Monday Makers, don't we?
Oh, we certainly do.
7 o'clock.
Yep, 7 o'clock. Looking forward to that. And of course, during Monday Makers, we will bring you a Monday Mega Deal. Deal. And this is all about your stamping, the Ultimate Stamping Platform Collection. If you've bought recently the layering stamps, like the Christmas layering stamps, these are perfect for that. If you are someone perhaps who struggles a little bit with stamping, then this certainly is a collection for you. You're going to get your 4x4 and 6x6. You've got your stamping platform and magnetic base, and you've got your stamping mat included as well. That is a brilliant, brilliant buy when you consider this price. Everybody's saving $15.96 or $17.84, 20% further off if you're platinum. And look just there, look where my finger is. 50 bonus points as well, which I just think is brilliant. It's a tool that I think will aid you in your stamping if you've fallen out of love with stamping for whatever reason. And as we always say as well, if you have dexterity issues, maybe this is something that's going to help you get back into stamping. And again, if you're someone perhaps who likes to batch make, if you stamp a lot, then again, certainly these stamping platforms are absolutely perfect for you. And to get them at that price today is stunning. £32 or $44 for platinum members. You can grab the deal now, or indeed you can come back to us later on, 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 o'clock East Coast, and we will show you those more, feature those more on Monday Makers. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming in. Lots of you twigging onto the fact about our birthday month coming up. That will be here before you know it. Rosalind is saying, I remember when CCTV was first launched and Sarah was so excited. She's still as excited today, I tell you what. And Gilmore saying, thanks. Craig and Ben for showing the picture. You made Cara's day. I gave her my earbuds to listen to what you said. Well, thank you, Gilmore. You made our day, sending in that picture of Cara as Sting. And Jen M on YouTube saying the production quality of this show is amazing. Well, I tell you what, that is kudos to Johnny and Charlotte in the gallery today. Yes. We are a well-oiled machine here. The production value is great. Just a shame about the presenters. Craig.
And the demonstrators. Well, for wake-up call anyway.
Oh dear. What are you doing next?
So, what's gone? Sorry, I was a bit sneeze there. I just totally went. Whew. Here we go, slick. Rightio, we are going to be having a look at what's coming up in Monday Makers, and we're going to do a little bit of colouring. Something I don't get to do quite a lot, and that is our colour blends, and this is a half price deal. In actual fact, if you're platinum, it's going to be even better than half price. This is our colour blend pencils. So this is the bundle where you've got 120 pencils in total, £62 here in the UK, $87 for you guys stateside. Now, look, actually, do you know something? Look at that saving here in the UK, £62.95 or $87.75. Phenomenal. As Johnny just said, absolutely.
Wow.
Wow. Wow! Platinum being £49.60 or $69.60 for you guys stateside. Of course, this is open for you guys across Central Europe. You just need to go to .eu. It's the place for you to go. And do you know what? Let's get stuck in and let's have a look. And do you know something? We literally are going to get stuck in and we're going to dive straight in, because what I've got, Ben, is I have stamped out an image, and this is from our Beautiful collection, and I cannot say that without thinking of Jim Carrey in Bruce Almighty.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. It's coming up actually. When's that coming up, John?
Monday Makers.
Is it? Mm-hmm. See, we don't just throw these together. We plan these shows out. Say we, the royal we, me. So this is what I've taken from the Beautiful collection, and what I've done. Now, what I would say to think, sometimes one of the questions we get asked is, well, what ink do I use when I'm using the colour blend pencils? What cardstock do I use? Now, with the colour blend pencils, you can absolutely use the pencils just on their own, which is what I'm going to do. What you can also use, I don't know if this is in stock, but you can come along with our blending solution. Is it in stock?
It was back in stock as of a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean to say it's still there now.
So I know, Johnny, he's just double checking for us. Now, what you need to think of is it's blending solution, so it's alcohol.
Oh, it's gone.
Out of stock at the moment. It will be back in. I think that must have, only been in about 2 weeks and it's gone?
Yeah.
It will be back in stock. But just to say, think of it, it's blending solution, so it's alcohol. So this is where you would use an alcohol proof. This is if you're going to use it. This is a nice way to remember what inks to use or what stamping pad. So blending solution. So what you would then do, because it's alcohol proof, you would then use an alcohol proof stamp, and because you would use alcohol proof, we would then use Nina, or you could use white stamping card. So that's how I would say how to try and remember which ones you're going to use to stamp with. If you were wanting to use our Aqua blend pencils, they're not on the show, but if you were wanting to use them, that's where it's going to be your watercolour ink pad or waterproof ink pad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and I've gone in with the essential tones to start with, and I've gone in with a few of the yellows. So we've gone in with mustard, Luna yellow and lemon, and you can then start to build up your colour and your shade, either with just the one colour, or if you want to come along with your multitude of colours, you can do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, so let's go in with the lightest yellow to start with, and that one being the Luna yellow. And what I like to do as well, Ben, when you get them brand new, you're going to have, like all pencils, a nice fine point to them.
Yeah.
For me, that's just a little bit too sharp. So what I always do, in a little bit of scrap, I come along and I just do a little scribble, just so that we could get a nice flat edge. That's going to give you a nice smooth colour lay down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and we're going to go in, and I'm going to start off light, and I'm going to go in really, really light to start with. It's hard to explain how light-handed I'm being. I'm literally just touching the paper, touching the cardstock. So we're going in light. And as you know, we say with many things, going in light means that you can always add, but if you go too heavy-handed, you can't take away. So I'm going in to start with quite light-handed. Then what I can do, still using that one pencil now, is I can go in and I can go maybe round about 2/3 of the way, and I'm going a little bit more heavy-handed. So then what you can start to do is you can start to create that definition. So I'm going in a little bit more heavy-handed, and you can kind of see where we're light around here, and we're a bit darker here, and then that actually works a treat. If you wanted to, again, lightly blend that one out. And then what you could do even now, and I'm going to go a different colour because this is going to be a hard way to show it, but then really going into the bases of the petal, I'm going even more heavy-handed. So we really are layering up that one colour. But then this goes to show that you can be mixing the colours. So once again, I'm going to flatten the edge of my pencil, personal preference, and then I'm going to go into the base of this petal here.
There's lots to chat, by the way, about this price for those people who've already got them. So saying like how much they love them, and Mary Pat's saying I paid a lot more for this.
So
bundle.
did I.
Yeah, what an amazing price. Michelle, and it's for you. Hi, Michelle, says you guys are making me spend more money, but this really is a great deal today. Do you need a special sharpener for these when it gets to the point?
Was that just a coincidence when you asked that, or?
Why is that?
Because I just snapped my lid.
Oh, literally, that was timing.
That was...
comedy timing. Do you need a special
timing.
Sharpener when you snap your lead on live TV?
So we should have, in our box of delights here, we should actually have a Spectrum Noir sharpener. So let's have a look. It's always here, and the one day that I need it, I bet you it's not. What it is we do have a Spectrum Noir sharpener.
Right.
Now, the thing with that one is it's actually how you use it. And I know that sounds daft, but we've always been taught over the years to use a sharpener in a specific way, but you want to use it in an opposite way. And I cannot believe that sharpener is always here.
And now when you need it, when you snap the lead, you can't find it.
And it's not... Oh, here we go. Now, I'm not sure if this is the current one or if this is the older one.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is we do have a different shape Spectrum Noir sharpener, which I think is the newer look sort of one. But what I can do is we can go in with this one here. So the sharpener, you've got your two, we can just see it. So any of your old style, your thick pencils, or you've got your traditional style. Now usually, we're always being told when it comes to your sharpener, you're popping the pencil in and then return the pencil. Yeah. That is what actually will then damage the wax within the middle. Okay. So what you're wanting to do is pop the sharpener in and then turn the sharpener.
Okay.
So actually I'm going to take that bit off. So we're going to go in and we're actually going to turn the sharpener to sharpen it. So if we keep going that way, then what you're doing is you're protecting the pencil, You're not getting any vibrations coming through because you're protecting it, you know, perfectly. And what I would say as well is start to do this all throughout pencils that you've got. So if you still like to write with your normal pencils at home, start to sharpen them in this way.
Yeah.
How many times, and although I don't use normal pencils as much nowadays to write with, but in the past, how many times would you sharpen your pencil, you'd go to write it, and the actual lead inside would snap?
Snapped off, yeah.
You go to sharpen again, you do it again,
Yeah.
and it's lead. And it's to do with the friction, the movement. So therefore, you hold the pencil and you turn the sharpener.
So a top tip for pencils in general, basically.
Exactly, yeah. Not even just our pencils, but yeah, in general, your pencils at home, you know, your the ones that you are going to write with, even the ones that you like to sketch with, anything like that, turn the sharpener, not the pencil. So what I'm going to do again, let's just take away that sharp edge, and I'm going to go back. So this is now the mustard that we're using, and I'm going to go back in. So that's just the two that I've done. I've gone in with the mustard and the Luna yellow. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the Luna yellow and blend that out. And I'm not even going to be going anywhere near the blending solution. Mm-hmm. You can if you want, and that will give it an artistic quality blended look. But in saying that, even blending these two, because they're wax-based, can you see how lovely that starts to come together?
Yeah.
Because I followed the outline with the Luna yellow and then also the mustard. So let's do that again relatively quickly, because I know that we are just about running out of time. So I'm going to go in once again with the Luna yellow. And you might want to really, really get creative with 2 colours, 3 colours, 4 colours. But do you know what these are good for as well, Ben? You colour in your images using your tri-blends, your illustrators, your classiques, then come on top with your colour blend pencils and really start to create such a dimension by finishing off your colouring with your colour blend pencils.
I want to say recently, but it's probably 5-6 months ago now, but I'd never seen that done. And when I did see it, the tri-blends and then coming in with your colour blends over the top, I think it was Cyrus that it kind of takes your image almost from like a standard definition to like a high definition. So again, it shows you the versatility, I think, of these pencils, doesn't it?
So even when you get as far to feeling like you have mastered your alcohol colouring, you still have another level in which you can take it, and that is by incorporating your colour blend pencils. And that's really going to take it far and beyond what you could ever imagine. So use alcohol separately, use your colour blend pencils separately, but by bringing them together, wow, it makes it look incredible. So you can then start to carry on colouring. So all the way around the side, and even then, if I wanted to go back and add a wee bit more, and I'm still just using the mustard, but we could have gone in with an even darker shade if you wanted to, and following all of these little outlines that we can see. So let's go back, and then I'm going to go in. So if I blend them two out again, and taking them away, and then once again, that's not even using the blending solution, that is just using the pencils on their own. But then you could carry on colouring them all in together, and then very, very simply, I've got a couple of layers here, Ben, from the Beautiful collection. You could come along, and then, of course, once they're coloured, start to layer them up, maybe add in a bumblebee.
Fab.
Don't want to obviously cover our stamped image too much, but that would be fully coloured. But then that is then how you're able to start using your colour blend pencils when it comes to any of your stamped images. So to use them, ideally what I would say again is think of the idea that potentially you would use your blending alcohol solution. So therefore use your Nina cardstock. You can use stamping cardstock, but Nina cardstock and your alcohol-proof ink pad. That's going to be the perfect ones for you to use your colour blend pencils. Honestly, as well as Sarah and Leanne, I genuinely feel that when it comes to colour blend pencils and that, Debbie is absolutely phenomenal when it comes to the colouring. So you're going to be able to see more from Debbie on Monday Makers. And that's me genuinely serious when I think Debbie is so cool at some of the things she can do. So that one being the colour blend pencils, 120 pencils in total, £62 or $87 for you guys stateside. But with platinum, that's going to come all the way down to £49.60.
Yeah.
Or $69.60. So all the sixes today. Lots of sixes.
Clickety click.
Quickety quick. That's bingo, isn't it?
It is bingo. We need to do the demo of the show as well. So should we get the vote going on that? By the way, not only the pencils coming from Monday Makers, but the beautiful collection too. We've got a little bit of that left, not a huge amount. So you'll need to jump in early to grab that. Right, just before we read a few more comments, let's get the vote going on the demo of the show. So, what you got?
I'm just seeing, did Debbie leave?
Oh, I thought you brought it over. Oh, just your two. Okay.
Right, yo.
Okay.
So, we've gone for demo number 1,
Yep.
which we used our large word edgeables. And then, well, do you know what? Let's
Quickly piece it together. Number 2 will be finished.
Number 2 will be finished. I'll
All
do
right.
that while Ben speaks in a moment.
There you go. So number 1 or number 2, Debbie's obviously got 2 shows coming up with me later on, so she'll have 2 chances to get her card into the demo of the day. Quickly get voting, then you've literally got a couple of minutes to vote for 1 or 2. Debbie McKee on YouTube is saying, I'm looking forward to Craig's craft along because Pier 1 is closed and crackers are more difficult to find. Lorraine says, so late. Lorraine, you've joined us just as we're about to leave. But you say, good morning, Lord Ben, good morning. And Craig and all you crafty people from South Carolina. Mandy Doodlehands, it's lovely to have you back. I'm just reading from your comment that you've not been on lately because you've been ill, hopefully. You're feeling much better now. And Eleanor just echoing, I think, what a lot of people are saying in the comments today. It's those pencils, I think, are going to be very, very busy. Eleanor is saying that is a great deal for them. And I love using the blending solution with them as well. Thank you, by the way, very quickly, just to say thank you for the jokes coming in. It is National Joke Day today. So I'm saving up these jokes. If you feel like firing a few more over on the socials, you can. If you want to send some to my page, you can do that as well. And we will fire those jokes at Debbie during the craft along, and Monday Makers a little bit later on. There's some crackers.
Have you just read what I've read
at the
that
bottom.
Kiwi's just sent through?
Yeah. You can do that one if you want.
Do that
Go on,
one,
you
okay.
do that one. Go on.
What do you call a fake noodle?
I don't know. What do you call a fake noodle?
An impasta.
An impasta. You say my jokes about it. No, very good. Like that. Thank you. Keep those coming in. We'll read about through the day. And Lorraine just saying better deal than when I bought them last fall relating to those pencils. So there you go. We've got a demo of the show. It's in. The winner. Number 1.
Number 1. To be fair, I'm not surprised on that one. Wasn't a hard choice, was it? There we go. So we've got, what was demo number 1? So that is going to go up against Debbie. She's going to have, 2. She's going to have her craft along and then a 1 for Monday Makers. I'm not holding out any hope on winning today when I'm up against Debbie. So, what was that, Johnny? Debbie has won 10 demos of the week.
If you look at the board over there, we almost need to start a new one because she's gone all the way across and then she started filling into the left-hand side of her name. I don't know where they're going to put the new heart on there, so we might have to start a new board. Maybe because she's been the first one to 10, we'll reset it and start again. Maybe that's what we'll do.
Maybe we're going to have to do that. Maybe we're going to have to do that for sure. So anyway, it's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to that. I am going to get myself sorted and then... quiet-ish day, meaning that I don't actually have to hang around for very much here today. So I'm going to head home. We're going to do some additional prep as well. After Craft Along, we'll start to show you some little sneak peeks as to what to expect on Thursday's Craft Along with myself. But here we go. The remainder of today's we've got, as we alluded to a moment ago, Craft Along with Debbie and Ben. That is the next show. Coming up next, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then Monday Makers also with Debbie and Ben. That is going to be 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. I'm going to be back same time tomorrow with your good self.
You will.
And with Johnny. And with Charlotte.
As I just said, if you wear your Buzz Lightyear outfit again tomorrow, I'll see if I can find myself a cowboy hat and I'll be your Woody.
Would I get away with wearing this 2 days in a row?
Yeah, of course you will. People loved it. There was loads of comments about your T-shirt earlier on.
And it's just washed. And I've only put it on for wake up.
You'll be fine. Just make yourself a helmet. Maybe you can make yourself like a helmet out of some acetate or something.
So do you want me for wake up call and launch party? Because I'm launch party tomorrow.
Yes, please.
Okay, as long as you don't think I'll be like too whiffy, then I'll do them. Oh gosh, we're running out of time. Anyway, enjoy craft along. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow for wake up call and launch party, where me, Ben, Johnny, and Charlotte, we're going to do it all over again. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Kiwi, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.